Brianna Boglin said that she took acid, ketamine, cocaine, weed, ecstasy, Twizzy, what was that one drug that what they call it? Tussie, GHB, acid, you understand? And her and Cassie, Brianna and Cassie used to let Brianna stay by her crib for a while before Puff even met Brianna. Brianna was staying with Cassie, and Brianna like girls. Mm-hmm. She don't like dudes. Brianna like this. She like women. And then Nicole Westmoreland asked Brianna, said, well, where did you sleep when you stayed by Cassie? You understand? And Brianna said, sometimes I sleep on the floor, sometimes I sleep on the couch, and sometimes I sleep in the bed with Cassie. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. And they used to get high together. Or, better yet, as Nicole Westmoreland pointed out, Brianna was Cassie's dealer. Puffy wasn't nowhere around. Cassie was getting high on her own. And Brianna, Nicole Westmoreland said, yo, where was you buying the drugs from? She said Ray J. So Brianna would get money from Cassie, call Ray J, buy drugs from Ray J, and then sell the drugs back to Cassie, and they would get high together. It came out. All that's in the record. All that's in the transcript. Am I lying, Sylvia?
You're telling the truth.
All that's in the record. And the first time Brianna and, first of all, where are the perjury charges against Brianna? The first time how Cassie and Brianna met, they was working at this skateboard place as graphic designers. And Brianna was Cassie's boss, but Cassie made more money than Brianna. So Cassie invited Brianna over to her crib. The first day, like I told you, yo, Vicky, what up? Brianna is like this, she like women. The first day she come by Cassie's crib, she convinces Cassie to do a photo shoot, butt naked, with a t-shirt on, in the pool. She tell Cassie, get in the pool. Cassie got in the pool with no clothes on, with just a t-shirt. And Brianna is taking pictures of her. Then they go in the house, they get high, and Brianna moves in her crib. Puffy don't know nothing about this. Puffy don't know nothing about this. All kind of drug use from Cassie without Puff. Puff ain't nowhere around. Matter of fact, after about a year, when Cassie finally got the nerve to introduce Brianna to Puff, Puff looked at her straight up and told Cassie, yo, I don't like this girl. He saw it. And then I believe he told Brianna, did he tell Brianna, Sylvia, I don't want you hanging around Cassie, or stay away from Cassie? Yeah. Puffy, Caleb Hill, thank you for that super chat. Integrity ain't never went out of style. Shout out to academics, and shout out to Laura Collins. Shout out to both of them. Puffy told Cassie, stop hanging out with her, because all you do is get high when you hang out with her.
Yep.
And Puffy told Brianna, stay away from Cassie, because you don't look right. You understand? But anyway, where are the perjury charges for Brianna? That's what I want to know. Then, let me get back to where I was at, because I remember exactly where I was at. Alexander Shapiro stood up and said, we want a mistrial for the perjury, because Brianna got up there and told a lie in front of your face, Judge Submarinian. She lied in front of your face. She said Puffy came up behind her like this, touched her titties, squeezed her titties so hard that they bruised, picked her up, hung her over the balcony. She ain't screaming, ain't making no noise. The people on the 18th floor ain't hear nothing. The people on the 16th floor ain't hear nothing. The neighbor over there ain't hear nothing. The neighbor over there. She's dangling for her life. Then she said Puffy pulled her back. She fought her way back. That was one story. And then he threw her into the furniture. And then Cassie came out of the patio door and asked Puffy, did you just throw her? Did you just hang her over the balcony? When she didn't see that part, she only saw her throw her into the furniture. Then she told another story. She met with the federal prosecutors. I don't know how many times Brianna meet with the feds. She met with the prosecutors, I don't know how many times. All of the witnesses met with the federal prosecutors to prepare for trial, to get their stories right. Then she told another story to the government that Puffy came up behind her, squeezed her breast, which was sexual assault, hung her over the balcony. She fought her way back. Then he picked up again and hung her out a second time. She fought her way back, and then he threw her into the furniture. So she told two stories right in front of your face, Judge Submarinian. You heard it. Yes, you did. Because I heard it. I was there. And Alexander Shapiro said we need to have a mistrial. We declare a mistrial today. This was like week 4, week 3, week 4. And then Judge Submarinian, you said, well, maybe you should look at this like it's a Perry Mason moment, that you got the witness to perjure themselves on the stand, and this was so long ago, and wasn't she high on drugs and you know, making excuses for, but what about Puff? You giving Brianna the benefit of the doubt from 9 years ago, but they going back charging Puff for what happened in 2008, 16 years ago. He was getting high too. Y'all didn't cut him no break. You understand? So Judge Submarinian, the Southern District of New York, the prosecutors made you look bad. They disrespected you to your face in your courtroom, and you ain't do nothing but make excuses for the witness. Now that makes it appear like you compromised. That you know, and let me say this here to you, Judge Submarinian, and I done told you this before. On my channel, a lot of the people in the comment section say you racist, that you don't like black people, and that you don't like Puffy. I don't believe that. I didn't see that. I don't know you well enough to make that kind of determination. All I know you is from an 8-week trial. I've never spoken to you. We ain't never hung out. So I can't make that kind of my principles and my integrity won't allow me to make that kind of a statement. Make that kind of a statement about you, and I don't know you. But I don't believe them niggas that be in my comment section, because they got fake profiles, and you understand, they can say anything. You understand? If they met you, they probably be skinning and grinning. Hey, Justin Ring. I don't believe that you racist and that you biased against Puff. I think you called a fair shot. I just think you weak, right? And that your self-esteem is low, and that you don't have the confidence. You did not exhibit the confidence and the bravery and you didn't maintain order in your court, you should have let everybody know on both sides, yo, this is my court, and don't come in here with no bullshit, right? But the Southern District of New York, that's all they came in there with. Every witness they called perjured themselves, except the ones that was down for Puff, some of his assistants. And you denied Alexander Shapiro the mistrial. Hollywood T. There go my girl Hollywood T. But at the end of the day, Puffy beat the case at trial in New York City. Nothing of what was alleged when Damian Williams, who was the then United States Attorney here, did his big press conference. He was at the podium with his suit, all these attorneys in the back, and all he could talk about was baby oil and Astroglide. And all these allegations about Puff, and none of it was true. None of it. Nothing. There were no minors involved. There was no homosexuality involved with Puff. None of that. None of that. Possession with the intent to distribute drugs. He had personal use drugs. So, at the end of the day, as he should, Puffy beat the feds at trial in New York, putting a blemish on the brand of the Southern District of New York and exposing the prosecution in the Southern District of New York of unethical behavior and prosecutorial misconduct. Alexander Shapiro said that because Alexander Shapiro told you, Judge Submaranian, that with Brianna telling the jury that Puffy hung her over a balcony on September the 26th, 2016, that was impossible to have happened because Puffy and Cassie were here in New York on September 26, 2016. And Alexander Shapiro said to you, we told Maureen Comey, we told Steiner, we told Smizer, we told Foster, we told Slavic, we told the whole Southern District of New York where Puffy was. We gave them Puffy's itinerary for that date. So they knew that story that Brianna was not true, yet they put her on the stand anyway to poison and taint the jury when they knew that shit was a lie from the word say go. That's how they get down. That's how they get down. And the only way, and the only reason how the Southern District of New York has been exposed as being unethical and willing to engage in prosecutorial misconduct is because Puffy got tall money. Puffy money tall. Puffy got tall dollars. Puffy had 10 lawyers, right? And they got exposed. Hollywood T. Man, you cleaning in the Board of Health. Your haberdashery is the best. Yes, it is. Hollywood T, thank you. But see, I wonder, Judge Submaranian, how many other foundational Black American men that the Southern District of New York has prosecuted engaging in prosecutorial misconduct and perjury when them brothers didn't have the money to hire lawyers to defend themselves and want to over-sentence and probably over-sentence these brothers because they want to give Puffy 20 plus years and the probation department want to give him 6 to 7 years. That's what I want to know. So all of this came out at the trial. All of this came out at the trial. And all we're left with now is this Mann Act, these two Mann Act counts, right? Where Cassie's count, the statute of limitation, 60 months. Her Mann Act charge should be thrown out just purely off of that. Because the last time Puff saw Cassie was in 2018, right? And the only reason they were able to attach Cassie's Mann Act count was because of the RICO, right? But a jury of his peers, 12 New Yorkers of different ethnicities, different genders, different nationalities, they acquitted Puff. I didn't acquit Puff. And Judge Submaranian, you didn't acquit Puff. Tenny Garagos didn't acquit Puff. Maureen Comey didn't acquit Puff. 12 jurors acquitted him of RICO. Once the RICO is taken out, then each Mann Act charge should stand on its own square, thereby making Cassie's Mann Act count beyond the statute of limitation. Beyond the statute of limitation. And Jane Doe shouldn't even, goddamn Queen Niecy Mo. Queen Niecy Mo, thank you for joining the channel membership. Everybody do me a favor and give a shout out to Queen Niecy Mo. Sidebar, Queen Niecy Mo. Jane Doe, she sell kitty cat for a living. That's what she do. She had her OnlyFans page. That's what she do. So she arranged for the male escorts, Judge Submarine. We went over this yesterday. Cassie arranged for the male escorts. They made the travel arrangements. They paid them, all of that. Cassie had a relationship with one of the male escorts for 7 years. Got pregnant by him. Huh? Used to make that nigga leave his girlfriend and come fly where she was at. All that. Niecy Mo, I see you keep bringing the truth and not the juice. Niecy Mo, where you from?
Take a picture, it'll last longer.
That's where we at.
You don't know who I am.
So Judge Submaranian, man, you know, and what's crazy is you never gonna be, shout out to Texas, Queen Niecy Mo in Texas. Shout out to Texas. I gotta come down to Texas. I gotta come down there and get me a Texas honey down there. You know, them Texas girls like them, like us brothers from New York and New Jersey. They love us when we come down there. Judge Submaranian, you can't get out from underneath history. All of this went down in your courtroom, and no matter what you do now, whenever Maureen Comey see you, Slavic or Foster, they gonna know that we committed perjury in your courtroom and you ain't do nothing. You weak. That's what they gonna say. That's what they gonna say. Now, 96 hours from sentencing. I believe, listen, Judge Submaranian, let me tell you this. If you don't grant Puffy the Rule 29 acquittal today, tonight, you could best believe that Alexandra Shapiro, she's gonna appeal. It's already laid out. All Alexandra Shapiro got to do is take all of the documents that she's already filed and give them to the appeals court, Second Circuit. She done had 2 cases reversed in the last 120 days. Some lawyers go their whole career and never get a case overturned on appeal. She's the best. Puffy got the best lawyers. Puffy hired the best lawyers. They the best. They won. The winners, Judge Submarinian, usually get the spoils. To the victor go the spoils, not the losers. And yeah, the Southern District of New York lost. They didn't want the Mann Act. They wanted the RICO. They wanted the SEX trafficking so they can trigger the asset forfeiture clause and they can take all of Puffy's wealth. Both houses, his catalog, his Sean John clothing designs and catalog, his publishing. That's what they wanted, but they couldn't get it. The jury said, nah, never that. The jury said, no way. The jury said, no way. So, you do what you want to do, Judge Submarinian, but I think the best thing you could do is to go ahead and give that Rule 29 acquittal, and let's move on with our life, right? Because Alexander Shapiro ain't gonna stop. Tenny Garagos ain't gonna stop. brianSteel ain't gonna stop. Nicole Westmoreland ain't gonna stop. Mark Agnifilo ain't gonna stop. And no matter what, or give us a retrial, we gonna beat you again. They're gonna beat you again. There's no assistant U.S. attorneys in the Southern District of New York or anywhere in this country. You can get the assistant U.S. attorneys or you can get the United States attorneys of each office. Get the best ones and bring them here to New York and put them in the courtroom against Jason Driscoll, Jonathan Bach, Xavier Donaldson, Nicole Westmoreland, brianSteel, Anna Esteveo, Tenny Garagos, Mark Agnifilo.
Yes, she is.
brianSteel. Who?
One of the prosecutors.
Yeah. Coming across the street?
Yeah, she's coming right now. There she goes. There she goes, right there.
Go get any of them,
There she
and
is.
we can run the trial back, and they still gonna lose again. They still gonna lose again. Right? Yeah, I'm on the line.
Yeah, you YouTube guys.
Yeah.
I see you on Matt and the other guys' podcast.
Matt Cox, thank you.
Yeah, you doing your thing.
Thank you, man.
I like that.
Thank you.
That's what I'm talking.
Thank you.
Amen.
You see her?
Yeah. No matter who they go get, they not gonna win a trial against Puffy's legal team. And Puffy was one of the lawyers. Because Puffy was there, he write notes, giving Mark Agnifilo, brianSteel. He was just as involved in his case as they were. As he should. And shout out to Puffy. Shout out to Puffy's mother. You know, I don't know, I can't even imagine what kind of pressure that man was under. How many times Judge Submarinian Puffy maybe almost had a stroke? How many times Puffy almost had a heart attack? How many times Puffy almost had a nervous breakdown? And this is real. Unless you've been prosecuted by the feds like I have, you don't know the pressure. People commit suicide when they get indicted by the feds. Some people can't take the pressure, they take their own life. That's how real it is. And my charges were real. I really broke the law. And I was scared. And here Puffy, none of what they said about him was true. and yet his life was on the line. Maybe to never see his 3-year-old daughter again, Judge Submarinian. Now you need to let him out and let him go reconnect with his 3-year-old daughter and let him teach her how to ride a bike. Let him teach his 3-year-old daughter how to tie a sneaker. Let that man go. He won. It's over. It's over. Sylvia, you want to say something? You all right?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all make sure y'all go follow my girl Sylvia on her YouTube. Nothing of what I said or my opinions or what I said is a reflection of her, and just because she's on my thumbnail or on this channel doesn't mean she agrees or disagrees with what I say. But what I say, blame me.
I agree.
You agree? Come and say something to him, Sylvia. Shout out the pup. Sylvia, you was in the courtroom every day, Sylvia?
Every day.
In the overflow or the main courtroom?
The main courtroom.
26th floor.
26.
You saw the whole thing.
Saw the whole thing.
Do you think, look at her hair, y'all, look how pretty her hair is. Infamous Sylvia on YouTube. Infamous Sylvia on Instagram. Infamous Sylvia on Instagram. Sylvia, do you think Judge Submarinian is racist or biased against Puff?
I don't think he's racist. I just think he's scared. I think he's scared because there's someone else pulling the strings and he's just following.
Somebody's directing him. Do you think he ran a fair trial?
I think he did his best. He tried to be fair. He tried to.
Objections sustained?
Yeah, but you can tell he's more on the state.
Prosecution?
Yeah, I mean, that's what he's coming from.
That's who signs his check.
Yeah.
But I didn't see nothing, and I was looking for like overly super biased, like
He wasn't biased.
super biased against marketing, like denying everything they said. I think he denied the prosecution some stuff they wanted, and he denied the defense some stuff they wanted.
But I think that when it boils down to the real decision, he caves into that side.
He caves in. You think that's because he's new, 2 years on the bench? You think a more seasoned judge, 15, 20 years would have caved in?
Oh no, definitely. Especially when it's old.
Like an older judge in his 50s or 60s? A lot of that bullshit that went on wouldn't have went on, you think?
But the decision that he's going to make on Friday is going to make a break.
It's going to make a break, Judge Submarinian?
Because, Alexandra is going to come back and she's going to go get this thing overturned.
100%. That's what Alexandra Shapiro is a judge, just being a lawyer. They probably offered her to be a judge. She know that shit off the top of her dome. She probably don't want that headache of being no judge. She's probably doing well in her private practice. But she is really a judge in a law. Alexandra Shapiro didn't cross-examine nobody. Did she cross-examine nobody? She don't do the cross-examination. Tenny did, Mark did, Xavier did, brianSteel did, and Nicole Westmoreland did, and Anna Esteville did. Alexandra Shapiro, Jonathan Bach, my main man. Send this video to Jonathan Bach. He made that girl, that expert witness, look small. Made her look so small she played handball with the curve. Alexandra Shapiro did not cross-examine not one witness. She don't do that. She was there. Who? Jason Driscoll. No, Jason Driscoll, the laptop man. Jason Driscoll is the laptop man. She was there to supervise the judge. That's what Alexandra Shapiro. And
oh no, definitely he's not like Ann Donnelly. Ann Donnelly was more of definitely prosecution. He was
who's Ann Donnelly? Over in Brooklyn? That R. Kelly's case? She was all prosecution? So what he does Friday is gonna make it. What do you think Puff should get the Rule 29 or the Rule 33?
Yeah, 29. 33, I don't think so, because why would you want to go and try again?
Because they're not gonna retry it again. They wouldn't even waste the money trying to go up against Tenney and Mark and them again. But you think a Rule 29 is sufficient?
Yep, definitely. Especially the arguments.
About the Mann Act? How it should be for commercial gain only?
But, he's going to reject it. They mostly reject it. He's going to reject it. That's a known thing. The judge is going to reject it.
Why would he walk so close to the judge? What do you think the sentence gonna be? So,
Time served. That's what I'm calling time served.
4 years, 5 years?
No, 18 months.
Why don't you think some people saying he gonna get, some niggas said he's gonna get 15 years. Why would you think he wouldn't?
Because most people that are John usually get 1 year. John usually get 1 year, so why would you give him? He's done 13 months already.
So Puffy's a John, really?
He's considered a John. But he's a John that didn't even have any kind of relations with those people. He watched. He was a Voyager.
He was a Voyager practicing his First Amendment rights.
Yeah. So, time served. Definitely time served.
The sentencing guideline range doesn't even call for.
But I was going to say, in 2025, that starting November 2025, the new law for shorter sentences will go into effect. So I don't know if the judge is going to go ahead and start using that.
So less than 60 days from now,
And yeah, the new law goes into
new
effect.
federal laws
For a shorter
shortening
time.
federal sentences goes into effect.
Yes. November 1st.
Let me tell you what I think. I say on Friday, y'all make sure y'all go follow Sylvia on YouTube. Infamous Sylvia on YouTube. Infamous Sylvia on Instagram. I think Friday, Judge Submaranian is gonna give Puffy a sentence of 18 months, the most.
That's what I said.
The most. That's the highest he can go. That right there makes Puffy instantly eligible for halfway house or home confinement. So Puff will go home, he will get processed out on Friday, sign all his paperwork. Friday night or Saturday, he probably stay in New York Friday night. Saturday, he'll be flying home to Miami or LA, wherever. And immediately on Monday morning at 9:01, Alexander Shapiro is going to file an appeal, an expedited appeal with the Second Circuit.
That's if she don't do it on Friday.
If she don't do it Friday after the sentence, with the Second Circuit Court of Appeals. And when the Second Circuit Court of Appeals see her case come in, they gonna put her shit right on the top. Everybody that's next in line, Puffy's gonna go right on the top, and Puffy's case will get, the Mann Act convictions will get overturned at the appeals court level. If the appeals court upholds the conviction, Alexander Shapiro will then kick it up to the Supreme Court. And in one of her motions, she's referenced several Supreme Court cases where the Supreme Court and the Department of Justice refuse to even prosecute these kinds of cases. These are state cases, right? Right around there, 100 Center Street. 100 Center Street is right there. They asked Manhattan District Attorney J.D. Vance, whatever the hell his name was, does he prosecute prostitution cases? He said, man, I only have a limited amount of resources, and I'm not gonna take those resources and spend money on prosecuting some adults who are doing whatever they want to do in their own bedrooms. They don't even prosecute that in the city of New York. LA, 0 to 6 months. That's my prediction. That's my prediction. Tony, what's up, Tony? So that's where we at. What time is it? 20 minutes after 1. Anybody got any questions? I'll take a couple questions.
Let's see. Any questions over here? On this
Any
side?
questions?
Bless you.
Thank you. Queenissimo. That's facts. That's why Trump will get all these left-wing judges out of here. "95 hours to the verdict, truth over emotions. Puffy is going to super wealthy when he gets out. They poked the bear, now he coming." I think Puffy is bigger now than he's ever been. I think he's even more popular now than he's ever been.
And he's more focused too.
And he's gonna be more focused. He ain't getting high, he ain't drinking. He done got a lot of sucker people out of his life.
Yep.
A lot of people have turned their back on him. See, Puffy's got 2 sets of friends. He's got before the verdict friends, and then he's got after the verdict friends. And they've all everybody's exposed himself, you know. And I'm gonna do a whole video on that before the verdict and after the verdict. I don't need your friendship after I done won.
Mm-hmm.
I needed you.
I was going through.
I need you to come, Sylvia, to the courtroom when I had insomnia for 4 nights in a row and I couldn't sleep because I was facing life in prison without the possibility of parole. I needed you to come. I needed to see you in the gallery then.
Yep.
I needed you to send my daughter $8 so she could go get her a slice of pizza with a soda. And my mother could call me and say, yeah, so-and-so came by and dropped off $20 for your daughter. Before the verdict. Not after the verdict. Kanye West. No celebrities came to support Puff. Kanye West was the only celebrity that came, sneakers on the ground, got out the car and went upstairs to support his friend. Kanye West was the only one. Nobody else came.
Now, people don't know he was there 2 days. The day before and then the day he was able to get inside.
Sylvia said Kanye West was 2 days. No other celebrity that Puffy helped, no other producer, no other famous people that was all in his Instagram, all in his video, none of them came. Kanye West was the only one. True story.
Someone said G Depp was there. I don't know who G Depp is.
G Depp came down. G Depp came one day. I saw him.
Who is G Depp? I don't know who he is.
G Depp was an artist on Bad Boy.
Oh, okay.
Him and Puff did a song together. Hey, Sharon, he was the only one that came. None of them came. Nobody else came. But I remember Puffy holding up a big champagne glass and all these dudes around him holding up champagne glasses. Puffy made beats for artists saving their careers. They didn't come. Puffy gave artists careers. They didn't come. I was looking for them. I was there every day. I'm before the verdict.
Me too. I was there before
I'm
the verdict.
before the verdict. Sylvia, you before the verdict?
Before the verdict.
I was there before the verdict. Pro Puff, free Puff. They was looking at me like I was crazy.
It wasn't that many of us that was for him.
Come on, come around. Come on, Sylvia. Because I don't want y'all to think I didn't tell you the story, but I'm gonna let Sylvia tell you. When we first got there, tell them about anti-Puff and pro Puff. How the numbers.
It was a small number of pro Puff. There was some that was like teetering, but they were more on the other side. But the hardcore was him, myself, and one other person. I can't remember who it was. But as far he was the hardcore because the government was looking at him in this area and making statements about what he was doing, giving names and stuff like that. They were lying on him to get him out of the way.
In the courtroom.
Yeah, to try to get him not to be able to come in the main courtroom. Which he didn't care about going in the main courtroom anyway, because he had already been in there. So he started doing just the overflow.
I like the overflow better because I had to pay the guy $120 to sit out there in line for me, and I wasn't gonna give him that every day. But Sylvia, even the ones that was pro Puff was scared to say it.
Oh, they were very scared. They said it after the fact. That's when they got really bold. But he was the main bold one from the beginning.
Around week 5, then
it started getting
is the rock jumpers. They first they was over here, then they jump over the rock when they saw. But they wouldn't even. People wouldn't even speak to me, man. I didn't get invited on one news channel.
Nope. Neither one of us got invited.
None of the news channels only invited the mainstream media, the ones that want to interview Puff now. The main ones that want to interview Puff, interview his moms, that wanted to see him do life in prison. They never invited me one time on any news channel. They always invited the other dudes, you understand? Anti-Puff, you understand?
The ones that was lying inside. I don't know. They were telling you guys one thing, and we're all in the same courtroom, and I was like, where did it get that from?
Right.
How did that happen?
They was only focusing on the direct examination.
Yeah. Not the other side. That when the defense was tearing them apart.
So, Sylvia, you was in there when they was talking about me that day?
Oh, yeah, I was in there. I'm the one who contacted you and told you, hey, they looking for you.
Yo, they came and told us, Sean, they looking for you. They said
they looking for you. I was like, they blaming him. I was like, oh my God. They said he's over there in the Foley area.
Foley Square.
Yeah.
Who was saying it, Maureen?
It was Maureen. Maureen was the one that said it. And I was like, oh my God, they trying to keep him out. And the news people were saying it too. It was like he was one. I was like, no, he wasn't.
It was Tisa Tells. Her lying ass. You got it, baby. You got it.
I'll be right out, y'all.
You got it.
5 minutes.
You got it. Take your time.
Thank you.
Listen. Every day after that, I would come to the courtroom. I said, they're not gonna let me in today. I would go in and get to the U.S. Marshals would see me. I said to myself, they're not gonna let me in today. But every time I came in, the U.S. Marshals used to dap me up and let me go upstairs. You know, but I was there from the beginning, man. Vicky Slaughter, what up? You good, Sylvia? You want to say something? All right,
I'm
yeah.
good.
Give them your YouTube and your Instagram, Sylvia.
My YouTube is infamous.
Look at her hair, y'all. Look at her hair, y'all. Got the dope hair. She covered, listen, if you want to know everything about the Young Thug, Tell them all about the young thug. The whole history.
The whole history. I was there for the whole 2 years of covering intentional crime. Oh, yesterday he had a concert, a free concert.
In front of Fulton County.
And they were contacting me. I'm like, I'm all the way out here in New York. I couldn't be there at 2 places at the same time. So,
And look, if you want some of the content that Sylvia got, the coverage, she was inside the courtroom, right?
all the footage.
She's got all the footage.
Pictures. All the pictures that you guys used to see on Thugger Daily and people like that, they came from me, y'all. They came from me. It was my camera. I was taking those pictures.
She did the best coverage of the Young Thug trial. And if you want some of the footage, you gotta buy it. It ain't free. We ain't doing nothing free. You call her and make an offer. But we got it. She got it.
And we will soon have an interview.
Yeah. I got an interview set up with I talked to Nicole Westmoreland already.
BrianSteel.
You talked to BrianSteel? You got an interview with him? Hey Brian, I want my interview too, man. Soon as you get done with Sylvia. And then I got an interview set up with Nicole Westmoreland.
Me too, I have one too. But I had one set up before this, but we wanted to wait till afterwards.
Right. And I got one set up with Alexander Shapiro. I got one set up with Alexander Shapiro. And I'm gonna get Puff.
Yeah, we're gonna get Puff.
We're gonna get Puff.
We're gonna get Puff.
We're gonna get Puff.
Look, we calling it into existence.
We're gonna speak it into existence. I know I'm gonna get him. I already know. I'm gonna get Tenny Garagos. I want Mark Garagos.
Me too.
Mark Agniff. I'm gonna get all of them.
Yeah.
Jonathan Bach, Jason. I'm interviewing all of them.
Oh, what's his name too?
Anna Esteveo?
No,
Xavier Donaldson.
Xavier
Donaldson.
Yes.
I'm gonna get Xavier too.
Job.
So there you have it. Sylvia was in the main courtroom every single day.
Every day. Except the first 3 days I wasn't in there. The first day I got here, it was 15 people online, right? I did not sleep. I stood online, and all of a sudden, all these people just came and just bum rushed, and I did not get in the main courtroom.
They cut in front of you?
But let me tell you something. I got that pass. I always had my pass. I had my press pass, but I did not know what to do. So I got kicked to the side. But then after that first week, I was in there every single day. Well, the 5th day I was in there.
Sylvia, who's cross-examining? What part of the trial impacted you the most as far as cross-examinations?
Nicole, Steel, definitely Steel, because Steel made them look that guy, the one who
Kid Cudi?
Kid Cudi, yeah. He really made him look like a liar.
Yeah. He told Kid Cudi, he said, Cassie played you, didn't she? Yo, but BrianSteel ran down on Mia so hard. Maureen Comey came back from break and says, he's harassing the witness.
He's badgering the witness.
He's badgering the
witness, he said.
I said, well, what the hell is he supposed to do when Puffy facing life without the possibility of parole? He's supposed to be nice to her?
No.
He had Mia crying on the stand.
Steel was not playing, y'all.
No, he don't.
I know the Steel the way Steel is. He's very gentle, but he was... And remember how he came in there? And normally he'll be so nice to the women. That was not Steel's MO.
He wouldn't even speak to me. He let him sit up there and be walking around. He be getting this. He had a big binder. Remember like them binders in the 8th grade with the 3-ring binder? He had that. He come put that up, and then he walked. The witness is standing up there. He walked way over here, ran something. You know, and when he come ready to go, he just jumped right into the question.
And he didn't even say, may I? You know how polite he was with YSL? So he was not polite at all. He was like, dog eat dog.
And Mia was on the stand with her whole shoulders, her whole body language was destroyed. He killed her. I think the cross-examination that impacted me the most, that really changed how I thought about the case, was Jonathan Bach cross-examining the expert witness.
Yeah.
Maureen Comey said sidebar. I didn't know what the hell sidebar meant, but they said it so many times. I said, well, what the hell is a sidebar?
It's like, time out.
Time.
That's time out.
Sidebar. Sidebar.
That's what sidebar means. Time out.
And they would go over there to the side. Judge Submarinian, Alexander Shapiro would go, and Maureen Comey, and they would come right back. And Jonathan Buck would ask the same question a different way. Sidebar.
Sidebar.
When he got done with her, I said, yo, I said they lied on Puff, man.
Yeah.
They lied on Puff.
Yeah.
And she was there. She was just there for the setup, man. Crazy.
And they took one video, and built a whole case.
13 seconds of the video.
Yeah.
Because the video.
13 seconds. And then if you watch the whole video, it's not that bad. I promise you. Everybody keeps seeing that. Oh, he kicked her. I was like, if you seen the whole video, you would have seen that they were talking to each other. She was talking to the security guard, walking back and forth. You guys saw like the worst part of the video.
And she stole Puffy's phone. She took his phone. She stole Puffy's phone because they used to do that. He was jealous of, she couldn't mess with nobody, and Cassie was jealous of him. She stole Puffy's phone and left and was dipping on the elevator, and that's what pissed Puffy off.
He ran towards her to get it.
With the towel, you understand? And they tried to frame it like he was trying to drag her back to a freak-off.
Freak-off. It wasn't no freak-off.
Right, because they never showed evidence that Jules was even in the room or there was a dude in the room. They just said it was, or am I wrong? They never proved that she was leaving a freak-off or a freak-off was happening, but that's the way the Southern District of New York framed
saw
it.
her getting on the phone and putting the phone down, picking the phone back up. It was like she had all that time and we didn't see none of that.
The video was like 6 minutes long.
Yep.
And what they didn't tell you is that Puffy was texting her like 8 times when she left.
And he didn't have on no shoes. He had on barefoot. I mean, he had on socks. It wasn't like, and
baby, please, call me, baby, please. Remember he was texting her, baby, please call me, please, please, please. She ended up going back by his house
the same night. Went back to his house.
And they went to the movie premiere the same night.
Together, y'all. Together. After all of this craziness from the video.
Right. And then they showed, the Southern District of New York showed pictures that she had a black eye and a busted lip. But at the premiere that night, none of that, she didn't have nothing. Man, it was crazy, man.
They really played y'all. They played y'all real good.
And listen, to the women watching, my mother, I watched my mother be a victim of domestic violence in the 70s, real domestic violence. So I don't condone domestic violence against women. I don't hit women. What Puff did in that video was not right and exact, but that girl stole his phone and ran out the room.
He didn't want her to look at the phone.
You understand? Don't, like, this is my phone.
Don't touch my phone.
You know, the worst thing you could do in a relationship is, if you're a woman, is look in your dude's phone, and if you a dude,
snatch her in a minute.
Right, look in your lady's phone. That's personal. My phone is personal, and that's what triggered that incident in front of the elevator. But CNN took a 13-second clip and looped it and looped it and looped. What they say?
You steal my phone.
That's a violation. That's a violation. Don't fuck with my phone, man. Don't touch my phone. Don't touch my phone. Listen.
Not a violation.
Don't touch my phone, man. Nah, man, leave that. Nah, don't. Because I got my credit card information in my phone, my debit card, my bank account information in my phone. Don't mess with my phone, man. And Cassie stole that nigga phone, and that's what made him snap.
And then the other thing too, y'all, listen, she's married, right? She's married in 2018 with a husband and all that kind of stuff. And her husband calls on FaceTime and she's in the room having SES with?
Puff hitting it. They doing the raccoon. Her and Puff doing
This
the
is
raccoon.
after the video. This is after the video.
This is after the video. And they're not even together. And then they showed other texts in 2019, 2020. They texting each other, I miss you, I love you. And, you know, Puff's still trying to hit it in 2020. And she still want to give him some, but she got this baby.
And what did she do when what's her name died? When Kim died?
She went to the funeral. She went to Kim Porter's
But then
funeral.
when he said that Kim was his soulmate, that's what made her pissed off.
She was jealous of Kim Porter. Cassie did not like Kim Porter. Or Gina.
Yeah.
Or Gina.
So.
That's the real. This is from Sylvia, who was in the main courtroom, the 26th floor, every day.
Every day.
Infamous Sylvia on YouTube. Y'all go follow her and get her numbers up. Let's put her on 50,000 subscribers.
That's going to be a miracle.
That ain't going to be no miracle. We're going to put, everybody go subscribe to Sylvia. Infamous Sylvia. I'm going to remember to put her link underneath the video and in the comment section.
It was a relationship drama. That's what exactly it was.
Right.
Relationship drama. Yeah.
What about Jane Doe, Sylvia? What do you think about Jane Doe?
Freak.
She's just a freak.
Freak. Even her, well, we can say who she is now, right? The case is over.
Can we?
Can we? We can't get in trouble now.
Can we get in trouble still?
Can we still get in trouble, y'all? Since the case is over.
What's her name?
I'm not gonna say it.
No, we're not gonna say
I'm
it.
not gonna say
Y'all
it.
know we're talking about Jane Doe.
Just in case, remember, they just walked by us.
Yeah.
They're probably
One of the
watching
prosecutors,
you.
yeah, they watching. Listen,
The prosecutor just walked
listen.
by.
Tenny Garagos made Jane Doe break down on the stand and call her own sidebar. Tenny Garagos was in her ass, man. Tenny used to be at the podium fixing her hair like this.
Put the clamp back up.
Put the clamp back up. Cross-examining Jane Doe, like, and Jane Doe broke down and started crying. Tenny says, "Do you need a moment?" And Jane Doe says, "Yes." And I said, "Yo, she made Jane Doe call." Jane Doe said, "Sidebar, I need a sidebar." And after we came back, they took a break. We came back, and Tenny went right back to putting her foot in her ass. Her lying ass.
How would your mom say watching this trial? How would your mom say?
I don't understand that question.
I don't understand the question either. What would your mom say?
Sylvia,
My mom would have said that girl's a.
Sylvia, what about what?
My mother would have been ruthless. She'd be like, "Come on, girl, one slap ain't enough."
What about what about Brianna Boglin and Nicole Westmoreland cross-examination?
Brianna, Nicole had her shook. She was shook.
She was like this on the stand?
Yeah, she was shook. Nicole's no joke. She's like this tall, and she was like a powerhouse. So, are you saying that?
Nicole Westmoreland, do this. Tuesday comes after Monday. True?
True.
Brianna? True? Is that fair to say? That's brianSteel. Wednesday is before Thursday. Is that fair to say? A car has 4 wheels. Is that fair to say? They would ask you a question and then ask you, is it true? Yo, and the witness is just sitting there like, what is going on?
What are you talking about?
Yeah. But Nicole ran down on Brianna, didn't she?
Yeah. You know who really got me? Remember when Jane kept going like this? Kept doing this.
With her fingers?
Yes, she kept doing this. No, the other one. What's the other one?
Mia.
Mia. That's who it was.
Mia.
It was like this.
Right, she looking down. brianSteel was tearing her ass up. Mia met with the prosecutors 31 times. And brianSteel said, Mia. Well, in court, it was 27 or 28, but later it came out 31. She said, Mia, why did you meet with the prosecutors 28 times before testifying? She said, so that we can understand my story. They got destroyed.
What about when she was doing her video and when she started reading her text messages? When she got to the part where she talking about Diddy, she like, and she got all excited, and then she got, no. Hi, how are you?
She was in love with Puffy. Mia was in love with Puff.
Yes.
Mia was in love with Puff.
Yes, she was trying to tap that behind her friend's back.
I think Puff was hitting it. You understand? And she all up in Cassie's face talking about that's my BFF, my best friend. Because when Cassie went to South Africa, Mia went with her.
Mm-hmm.
And while they was in South Africa, they saw Puffy at some award show with Gina.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody thought they thought Gina was Cassie. So they texted Cassie like, oh girl, you look so nice at the award show. And Cassie was like, I'm in South Africa. So she looked and saw it was Gina. She was mad with Puff. So Puff is trying to call Cassie to clean it up. But Cassie ain't answering the phone. So then Puffy started calling Mia. And he told Mia, he said, Mia, if you don't answer this phone and have Cassie call me, I'm gonna tell her, what he said, I'm gonna tell her about me and you.
You, yeah.
I'm gonna tell Cassie about us. So Puffy was knocking down Cassie and he was knocking down Mia. And then Capricorn Clark wanted something. But he didn't, I don't know if he ever hit Capricorn Clark.
No, I think
but
so.
She was in love with Puff. Mia was in love with Puff. Cassie was in love with Puff. Jane, all of them. Or what he was doing for him. All lies, man. All lies. All right, y'all, we finna get up out of here.
Yes, y'all, we're about to go.
Listen, if you want any of the Young Thug, send this video to Young Thug. Young Thug, if you want any of your footage for the 2 years, she got it.
You can use it on your videos.
You can use it in your videos. You understand? Call her and make her an offer. All right? Shout out to my girl Sylvia. I met Sylvia like the first week of the trial or the second week, and we've been cool ever since.
None of that drama happened with him and I. None of that crazy.
No, I had drama with everybody else with the Southern District of New York. They was trying to get me kicked out of the courtroom. So. Judge Submaranian know me?
He know you now.
But I'm saying he knew me at the trial.
At the trial that day, yes.
So there you have it.
They really tried him, y'all. They really tried him. The judge was like, is he here now? No, Judge, he was outside.
Yo, that's crazy.
Oh, God.
I'm in the transcript, y'all. I told you, I'm in the transcript. Puffy was there, right?
That's how you learn about you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you learn about it.
All right, y'all, we finna go. Follow Sylvia on her channel. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.
Bye, y'all. Bye. Bye, guys.
What's up, Sylvia?
Okay, end this one.